Episode 6.
We in the house, man.
Life in red and black. Jade, welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
Yo, very
So
welcome.
we would have mentioned Jade in, I think, our previous episode or one before that. Jade has helped to give me an extra hour on Monday afternoons by taking our kids skateboarding.
Yeah.
So we're going to sit here with her today, find out a little bit more about her journey. Because, you know, I get accused of being... We're not going to edit that out, you know?
Silent.
We are not editing that out.
Sorry, people.
So, yeah, I personally really like featuring females who are doing something in a male-dominated world. So this is great having you here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
So my first question to Jade, since we speaking about male dominating sports, how does it feel to be? I think I read you was one of the best female skaters in Barbados right now. So how does it feel to be going up against the male dominance inside skating of itself?
I think growing up, it was definitely challenging for me. It was a bit intimidating. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
But I've been skateboarding since I was probably 7.
Okay.
I'm 27 now.
Wow.
So,
Right, so wow.
if you put things into perspective, like how I was almost 20 years ago, I'm not the same person now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely helped me with a lot of situations. Like I remember skating down my avenue and there was a lady like shouted out the window. She was like, yo, you can break your neck. And I was like, I felt so bad. Like I felt like I wanted to cry. And then after that, like now when people shout me and say things like that, or you see people on the streets when I'm in town skating and they're like, oh, what are you doing on that skateboard? I look at them now and I'm like, where do you think I should be in the kitchen? And they never know what to say.
Yeah.
So it's like I've learned how to deal with it. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like even contests, I've been skateboarding contests for 10 years. Like we have an event every August.
Okay.
And
Is this the one down Dover?
yeah, it was
Right,
indoors for
right.
a long time. And then I think not last year because we had COVID and everything else, but maybe 2 years ago, it was at the Skatepark, which is our first skate park.
Right,
that
because
we
we're
have
going
on
to get to
island.
that there. That's been a big journey for the skateboard world in
That
Barbados.
was a big transformation.
So let's kind of roll it back though, and we're gonna just turn a little bit so our audience can see see you nicely. So when you said you started skating at 7, so what was this a case that your parents just bought you a skateboard and you thought, well, I'll try it, or was it a neighbor's skateboard? Like, what did that look like?
All right, well, I was always interested in sports growing up. Like I was always very shy, and my parents were like, oh, she needs to do more sports, yada yada. So I started roller skating when I was 3. And I went
You said roller skating,
roller skating when I was 3, right? Yeah, I still have them, by the way.
Wow.
These, like, Barbie skates, like, yeah.
Wow.
So, my dad took me to this stunt show where they had, like, roller skaters, BMXers. I don't even remember
Here?
the name. Yeah, that was, like, years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I remember I took my roller skates, and then I saw the skateboard. I was like, yo, this looks even more exciting. So, I tried the board. I don't remember, like, every single thing that happened, but I tried it, and then eventually I begged my dad for a skateboard for Christmas, and that's how I got one. I didn't get, like, the professional one, but it was, like, a toy board, and then eventually I got a more professional one. And that's where it all started.
Speaking about the boards, because there's always be wondering, like, what's the difference between the professional board and, like, a normal board you buy from the
No,
store?
I get you. No, everybody asks that question.
Yeah.
And would you buy your car from a toy store? Or would you get it from the dealership?
Right. Yeah.
Right. You want a more professional board because the quality is better. And
I guess it can take the lashes to a lot better.
Exactly.
And then I learned very, very early o'clock. So I was one of those people that went to the toy store for the car. So because I wasn't sure and I wanted, so we had a Christmas and Fabian and I decided we were not buying toys. We were buying experiences for the kids.
Right.
So that's when I thought, well, let me try the skateboard, see if they like it. And I think it was in COVID too. So I was going to take the kids to a little car park area near us. But after they had the first lesson with Jade, they didn't want my skateboard anymore.
Yeah.
And they came and they're like, the wheels don't work on this fine. I'm like, what do you mean the wheels don't work? I just spent X amount of money on that. You better use it. Nope. They were not interested.
The wheels don't roll very fast. The trucks are usually plastic.
Yeah.
The wood is, I don't even know what.
Right.
The grip tape usually doesn't grip. So,
Right.
I mean, you definitely see the difference once you compare the two.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nice. I guess I gotta get me a professional skateboard, man. You look good.
For sure. And there are a lot of people I could recommend you to.
Okay.
I mean, we have a bit of a shortage, but I could put you on.
So, so when you said you got your skateboard and you just practice stuff all on your own, like in your neighborhood, or?
Yeah, I used to skate every day. Like, I would skate up and down the avenue. Anytime that I used to take my board to school. I remember we had like drama, like plays at school, and I would make sure to write it in the script just so that I could skate.
I like it.
I was always into skating, even like art class. I would be bringing to school like the tech decks, playing with them. Like, my art teacher took them away. Like,
The what? Sorry.
My art teacher.
You
took
brought
away like the tech decks or like finger skateboards. So I'll be in class like playing with them. So it's like skateboarding was always a part of my life, and it was always more of a way of life rather than just a sport.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I know this one.
It's just biking.
Here, definitely could agree with you on that.
But as you were saying, how I got into skating more, like obviously I skated around the guys, so the guys would give me tips. I think some videos did help. And it's just practice. You really need to practice as much as you can, because with skateboarding and anything else, if you don't do it on a consistent level, you're going to be starting over every time.
Yeah, everything,
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting point that we because when people come to the riding school, we tell them, look, you can come and get a one-off lesson, but if you do a lesson now and then another lesson next month and the month after that, every time you come back will feel like a first time. So, you commit to it for at least a good solid couple of months, you know.
And that's why it's also important that students have an instructor as well, because you show them the right way and they learn safety. Whereas if you learn it on your own, most people get on a board and they step on and they lean back and they fly off and then they never do it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had that problem when I first started learning to ride, to where I was doing it by trial and error, and I had no idea basically on certain functions of the bike and how to operate the bike, and found myself in situations that I could have hurt myself, really seriously hurt myself. So yes, that is definitely a factor that people need to take in consideration. Learning anything.
I think I was probably one of those wide-eyed parents when I approached Jay, because what really sold me was when the Maria Holder, how do you pronounce
the Maria Holder Trust?
Yeah, what's the name of the skate park? Kaitif. That name I can never remember, but Kaitif, right? And when I was up there jogging or something, and I saw these small little kids, and they were in the bowl, and I was like, I want my kids to do that. And then I called Jade and I was like, okay, so are you doing lessons in the bowl? And she's like,
yeah, it's like, we don't go in there yet.
That's like putting the kids straight on the track when the motorcycle. No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Nice. So tell us, you had mentioned in our discussions before, and I'm going to get in trouble. I hear quarreling with Fabian about my phone, and I heard thinking that I have it on silent. So let me just. There we go.
Yeah.
Right. So you'd mentioned that you used to windsurf.
I used to surf.
Surf
on the board. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. You transitioned to skateboarding to that, then back to skateboarding.
Well, I started surfing when I was 8, so a year after I learned how to skate. Because obviously they go hand in hand.
Yes,
like
they do,
skateboarding, skateboarding actually came from surfing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Riding the waves.
Okay.
So skateboarding started off as like sidewalk surfing, and then it evolved to where it is now. So they had like different types of boards, and they had the whole board evolution. Yeah. So now surfing, I just do it for fun because it's relaxing. And I mean, aside from that, I actually used to surf for Barbados for a while.
Okay.
I used to compete and everything.
Where have you traveled to?
Jamaica, Trinidad, and then I've competed over here. I was supposed to go to France a few years ago, but it was pretty expensive, so I didn't end up going. Yeah, and then I stopped competing too because I furthered my education. I went to BCC and I did a bachelor's in graphic design.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a whole journey like to where I am now. Obviously, I didn't see that before, but I understand it completely now.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice. So in terms of like the part where people is be really afraid of, especially parents, the part of you getting hurt. Like have you had any serious injuries while learning to skate?
No, I wouldn't say really learning, but I've had a few injuries. I've hurt both of my ankles like 2 years ago before the same contest. I think it was maybe 2018. I overextended my ankle, so I was down for like 8 months.
Oh,
8 months.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's quite a serious injury.
Yeah, so after that, I was like, yeah, I just need to take it easy now.
Right.
And I'm not gonna try to like, jump down a huge set of stairs, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do what I know I'm capable of doing.
right.
But because I don't know, I'm okay with the bike, but I tried to stand up on that skateboard and it's the most hilarious looking thing. All of my kids have to hold me on the skateboard, right? So as a bike instructor, that's one of the things I have to face with students when they're not able to balance. So do you ever have kids who just have a very poor sense of balance?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you have to, right.
For sure. And
So how do you break that?
I mean, like, that's why sometimes I take them on the grass or even
Right.
like certain like stretches help just to keep their balance, and over time it gets better. I remember like there's a little boy that I have, and like his balance wasn't the best at first, and now his balance is just great, and that's just, I think skateboarding helped with that too.
Right.
And I think even balance training helps. Like I have a balance trainer, like an indoor board.
Right, is that the one with like the ball on the bottom
Yeah.
that you have to? Right,
So
yeah.
that helps too.
And you teach them how to fall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, okay, basically.
Okay, so if
what
I
you
come
do is
for a
you
lesson,
roll,
can you teach me that first?
That's easy. Yeah, and then when you do fall, like make sure that you don't land with your arm straight. You have to always bend your
Right.
elbow and like roll.
Right.
Tuck and
Okay.
roll, tuck and
Don't
roll,
worry.
tuck
And is that the same on a bike?
Yeah, same
right.
on
Yeah, because I guess the natural tendency is to try to
Oh, yeah.
stop the fall like here. So you want to land more like here.
I just try
Right.
to roll. But I mean, like, I did gymnastics over the years too, so that helps. I find like gymnasts. So it's like if you could actually stand up and you drop when you bend your knees and
Right.
bend your arms.
Yeah.
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 You're not gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Like, look at me. I've never
Yeah.
broken anything in my life. I chipped my tooth.
Right.
And it's really small. Like that's probably maybe the worst thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm thinking too that because Fabian, I had an outdoor type of childhood, but I think Fabian probably had 10 times more of an outdoor. So, for him, there's certain things that he just doesn't get as worked up about as I do. And that's been a really big help for me with the skateboarding, which is why I actually just let the kids go with you without me around. I think I did the first lesson or two with you.
Yeah, you did quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want them to, I feel almost as if they might pick up on my hesitation, especially now that
to make them scared. As
yeah,
well.
and I know that you're gonna need, at this point, you're gonna need to push them out their
Yeah.
comfort zone. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just.
No, wait till you see the last footage.
That's mothers.
No, yeah, I mean that's normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some footage the other day of them, and you're gonna be excited. Like,
I know they're so fussy when they
Yeah.
come home.
Yeah,
They're like, this is what Jay taught us. So I want to veer off a little bit from there. We're going to get back to skateboarding because I still have some questions. But you've done a lot of other things. Like you've been an entrepreneur, really.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
boy, like there's just so much that's happened. But yeah, earlier we were talking about tie-dye.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first business I started when I was 19. And I was like, what am I even gonna do now? Like I don't know if I'm gonna get into BCC. And my ex-boyfriend at the time, he had a stain on his t-shirt. And he paid like $80 for this shirt, right? And it was the first time he was wearing it, he got a blood stain. So I was like, well, you could just tie-dye, you know.
Right.
And so tie-dyed it, put it on Facebook, and people liked it. And that's literally how it started.
Wow.
With a stain on a t-shirt.
Wow.
It's amazing
And you
how
did
some
that for
businesses
6
start with.
years.
Yeah, 6 years. Worked with a lot of different companies and did some custom work. Then from there,
Don't you have your? Isn't that your hat?
This is the girl skate one.
Show the camera. See, girl skate Barbados.
Yeah, well, that fast forward to 2019. That's when Girl Skate Barbados started. So
Nice.
obviously, being the only, I want to say only female, but more competitive female skateboarder in Barbados, I realized that we were underrepresented and we needed to have some kind of voice, and that's basically why it started.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, well done on you.
Yeah, boy.
Well done on you. Have you seen her IG page? She's got some real cool pics, man.
Of course.
You went, I don't know. There's just something like when you see a woman doing something, you just kind of feel like, I could.
Yeah.
You know, I really, at the writing school, that's been not that I enjoy teaching everybody, but there's something that I really derive joy from teaching females.
Yeah, no, same
you
here.
know?
But that's the thing, and it's like, like, okay, yes, you do enjoy teaching females, but at the same time, you teach anyone.
Yeah. It's more just seeing the confidence and the way it changes and it morphs into different areas of their life. And even for me personally, like, I'm always telling students about my trials with learning how to ride. And I can see with our younger son, Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki came to your lesson, and the very first lesson we did on the basketball court, like, he just stood up there and he was basically like, I'm not getting on that.
Yeah.
And now he's the best of the four, you know?
Yeah.
You can't put on that skateboard, boy. Jeez.
No.
He loved that skateboard.
But that's the thing, like, skateboarding builds confidence as well. Like, I remember the first time he felt like he started to cry. I was like, oh, but I was like, look, Kiki, you got this. We can do this again. I made sure that he wasn't like hurt or anything.
Yeah.
And he's fine now. Like, now he can take a fall.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
Wow, to see how the other three handle that. For sure. So tell me about skateboarding stuff. Like, what's the name of tricks? Like, how do you even dream that you're gonna take something here and all the way down to the end of a staircase? Like, not in my wildest dreams.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess like anything else, there's obviously the basics. So you learn how to push. You learn how to like tick-tock, which is to turn left and right. You learn like 180, front side, back side. And then eventually you learn how to ollie. So the ollie is like the fundamental of all the tricks.
And what's that again?
Basically, I use my phone, right? So it's just to jump the board.
This is where you jump and the board stays almost like it looks like it's stuck on your feet when you jump.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's,
okay.
Right. So that's the fundamental. Like, once you learn that,
right,
then you can learn all the other tricks, like the kick flip. So flip like this.
Right. Okay.
Shove it. So it's a bit of physics too. Like, you have to just understand where to put your feet and when to jump. It's all about timing. And once you learn how to ollie, you can take it off of stuff, you could take it up stuff, you could take it down stuff. And it's the same thing with all the other tricks.
Okay.
Whereas then you have like park skating with the bowl and the half pipe, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And there are other tricks there where you actually grind on like the coal pin, which is like the metal thing. Top. There's longboard skating, so there are different styles as well.
The longboard does what? Makes the skateboard
it's more, I guess it's more cruising, so it's like more transportation, but then there's some people that dance as well.
They got a guy that is doing
longboard. Yes, the guy that comes on. Do you know him, an older guy? He has so much stuff. Show him to whoever you are.
I'd love to see him.
Shout out to Dwight. You made my day.
Dwight is a real character. I just love to watch Dwight coming down the hill. Yeah.
And it's weird. Like, I somehow end up always bumping into him. Me personally, when I'm coming, don't call him up by the traffic lights. I don't know. I just always get him hand there, and he's so super cool and
real
super
cool,
smooth.
man, so cool.
So that's a longboard he's on. Right.
Yeah. So you have like longboards and cruisers. So it's just mostly transportation. But then I'm sure you've seen on Instagram, like some girls dance on the board, which is kind of like surfing. Like in surfing, you have longboarding, and then you have the shortboard too. Board for tricks.
Okay. I didn't know the same thing I played. Who are some of your favorite skateboarders?
Oh, jeez. There's so many. But obviously, I do support the women, for sure.
Right.
I don't like singling out people.
Just name a few. Don't have to.
If none comes to mind too, that's cool.
Yeah, well, growing up, it was definitely Vanessa Torres.
Okay.
Letitia Buffoni. But now, like, just all my friends from all over. Like, my friend Sasha, she's from Canada. She owns a skate shop called Bliss Skate Shop.
Okay.
My friend Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
And have you been overseas to some of these skate
So,
parks?
so that's like the biking. I guess the skating bring a lot of people together the same
Oh,
way.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, I have traveled.
Yeah.
I went to Canada in 2019 to get my certification for skateboarding. So I'm the first certified skateboard instructor on the island.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
fab.
Yeah, I know I don't really advertise it much.
No,
Yeah.
you should.
I've been told that I should, but you know, I
Wow.
still try to stay humble. So yeah, there was that, and then I did a collaborative event with my friend Steph as well. She does basically what I do here in Canada.
Nice.
So her initiative is called Babes Brigade.
Okay. Okay. That's really no. You need to big that up.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I've mentioned it
Yeah.
a few times, but it's not like I put it on my Instagram the other day because I was like, yeah, everybody's always asking like what I do. So I'm like, I'm a full-time instructor now. And it's like when people hear skateboard instructor, I'm like, wow, we actually have one of those. Like, what do you mean?
yeah, I kind of feel the same way when I say that now. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm a riding instructor full time, and it's not what I ever thought I would say.
Yeah.
But I must say, I've been pleasantly surprised. This one here, I have to say, he's the one who really pushed me into that bracket, you know, because it is his passion primarily. But I've liked it. I've liked being outdoors. Just I hate desk jobs for long
Same
periods of
here.
time.
And then it's nice to see your students' progression.
Yes, that is the number one goal. Like seeing the students come from creeping to walking to running. You understand? So yeah, that achievement would be
It's
so great.
rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you have any idea where you see yourself taking this in another couple of years? Like, you want like a skateboarding institute, or do you want to like focus on like apparel?
Yeah, I don't want it
Or-
to seem too much like a school, like too rigid, but I do want to be able to. I have some merchandise, so I've been doing that.
Okay. For you,
I do want to do more events.
Okay,
Yeah, more
right.
like obviously for girls skate too.
Didn't you recently do it was a parent kid package or something along the lines? You did something recently that popped up a couple months ago in my can't remember anyhow. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
Too
no,
much going on.
like I always tell people, like, I'm just going with the flow. Not that I don't have a plan. Like, I
Right.
do know where I see myself, but I still want to, you know, I don't want to tell everybody every single thing until it actually happens.
Yeah.
Got you.
I got you.
Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So tell us about lessons, because there might be some parents out there and they, you know, might be interested. So how do lessons work?
Okay, well, basically, all you have to do is send a DM or email, girls.skate.barbados@gmail.com. And
Or on IG?
yeah, or IG Girls Skate Barbados.
Right.
Or you can also send me a message on Instagram as well, on my personal account, Jade Nichols. And yeah, that's all you have to do to book, and you set up your lesson. It's pretty simple.
Nice.
Because I've been teaching every day now, Monday to Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, nice.
And you're teaching primarily where?
The gymnasium, sometimes the skate park, Folkestone.
Right.
I did Carlisle Bay in the past.
Okay. And it's kind of, I guess it's flexible too in the beginning stages, because you just need somewhere nice and smooth, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
always
yeah.
been a challenge, and having somewhere that you don't get kicked out of,
Yeah.
or have, you know.
Definitely. You
You
know,
know how
goes.
that goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You have any more questions?
So, in terms of your journey and where you were and know where you are at, right? What kind of encouragement you would give to persons, females especially, who would like to get involved in the same skating aspect of life?
Oh, I would say to just go with it. Don't worry about what other people think of you, because people are gonna think something regardless of what you do. And yeah, to just never give up.
Right.
And
They
protect
could tell
your
you-
head.
I can tell you. I
Huh?
can tell you.
Do
Protect
what?
your head.
Protect your
Yeah. I can tell you that any day.
Yeah, safety first.
Yeah. When I see females doing these things, as you mentioned earlier, like people be watching them like, "What you doing? You's a girl. You should be doing anything. You should be home in the butt. You should be." You understand? So I know, well, even with the whole biking, riding school and stuff, like the way people think and see these beauty things are just dangerous. It's not, there's nothing that you can achieve from it. So I just glad you're here today. Just share your part and how you feel, being your journey, what you experienced, so people can see it firsthand from a female point of view.
The other day, I went to pick up some friends. I was helping to babysit, and I was picking up a friend's little boy from the bus stop. And I'd parked opposite, waiting for him to come down in the bus. And then Jade was coming up to the bus stop, and it was early morning. There was like, I don't know, 10 people at the bus stop, and she's riding past, and it was like a domino effect. You just saw the heads go doot 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 all the way down, and then she just stopped ever so calm at the end of the bus stop, put the skateboard in hand, and then it was like.
The fact that you saw that, like, I don't even see that anymore.
Right.
Yeah, no, you look completely oblivious to it.
Yeah.
And then of course I'm like, hi, Jade!
Yeah, things that people see that they don't normally see. They're accustomed to it, so it's like, it's top and like, whoa. Well, you just see that it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But I'm excited. I must say, we got to thank the Maria Holder Trust Foundation. Am I saying that correct? Trust. Right. I personally want to thank them myself.
Yeah, that was a nice.
I'm not a skateboarder, but
seeing that part is like upgrade for Barbados itself. So
yeah, we need more
activities. It's been a long
activities.
time coming, like this did not happen overnight. This took over 10 years just to happen.
Yeah, you guys had some really. I remember there was a point a couple years ago before the construction that got really sticky.
Yep.
Yeah.
They destroyed the F spot.
Yeah.
But that's what sparked
the whole thing. Yeah.
So to everybody, there's got to be some sort of good.
Exactly. You turn it into something positive for sure.
Yeah, because that was a spot by the Ministry of Agriculture. And I know a few of the skateboarders had actually put money together, and they'd built ramps. And they actually, from what I understood, the area was a mess, like just full of centipedes and all sorts. And they went in.
It was a foundation spot. That's how it got the name. The
Right.
F spot.
Right.
It was full of garbage and everything.
Yeah.
They turned it into something positive, and then when they destroyed it, it went back to the same thing. So it was like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, but you guys moved on to something better, so that's give
and
thanks
we're not
for
dwelling
that.
on it at all.
Yeah, definitely. Nice. Well, I hope that right now one of my favorite places to go in Barbados is the gymnasium, and it feels like it's a hive. Busy bees, but it really does feel like it's a hive of activity. I mean, there's the swimming, there's people doing the road tennis,
hockey.
There's the skateboarding, hockey, football, and it just feels good, man. Just feels good. They do the triathlons out there. So I'm really excited at the possibilities of where all these different, hopefully once COVID takes a little backseat, some more events can kick off up there,
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure, because we're only allowed 50 people for events right now.
Yeah.
Better than none, I suppose.
True.
Cool. Well, I think we've exhausted the questions. I don't know if there's anything.
You did want to talk about my writing experience.
Right. Yeah. How you can forget that? Come on.
Don't worry. Remember, that's okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Jade.
You're welcome.
We got a few more minutes. No, we definitely got to add on that one. I'm going to leave Mr. Reeves because I've been yakking my head off. So go ahead.
That's the thing. I mean, you spoke about something that's very, very important when it comes to writing. So this actually made it so much easier for you when you started off writing,
and you could tell.
Yeah, because that balance is one of the number one keys in learning to write. Mm-hmm. And you achieve balance from skateboarding, from surfing, and you two of those combined, it was like a walking part for you to get off on the bike. Because you rollerblading is another thing too. Because that's wheels under your feet. You understand? And keeping it in that right position. So I found that for anything you go on the bike, it was like, yo, this is a natural here.
Yeah, she was going only corners a little fast. And I was like, whoop.
It's hard to like speed, but that's because I like jet skiing too, right?
Yeah.
Go on jet ski and like go all out. Like, turn real hard. Like,
Yeah, so
Ring
I,
back.
I saw that natural ability from the start, from the time you get on the bike. So it was like, you know, this is a walk in the park, isn't it? We just got a tutor.
How has it been for you though?
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I couldn't have done it with y'all either because y'all are great instructors.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to say, like, I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank
And,
you.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to learn to ride actually, but I've always been a bit hesitant, obviously, because of all the crazy people on the road.
That's true.
But actually, I don't think I told you all this, but my dad actually used to ride.
Oh yeah.
So
So I am determined that there's something about certain sports that run in your blood.
yeah, well, he used to have
Nice.
a Honda 125 actually.
Right.
Right. CM1 the one to put. She on
Yeah,
That's true. Full circle. Did you tell your dad that?
yeah. 'Cause he actually wanted to buy another one. But I like remember the first day I got home, like, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I can do this. And I just felt so like, I don't know, it kind of felt like surfing in a way, like you're just free to just just go and do what you want.
That freeing experience, that's so like rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even riding up and down the gap the other day was like, it felt so nice.
Yeah. We're gonna get you on the road. So Jade is now about 5 lessons in. She's now but the balance was that was done and dusted from day one. But we're working on the gear transitioning.
Right.
And I think she's pretty much got most of that done now. And then we're gonna work on some cornering. And then Master Shifu over here is gonna do the finishing touches so that you get on the road.
Yeah, sharpening up.
Yeah. So
But Jay has been great in terms of the whole process and rating. And you gotta give kudos for that. You really took it in well.
Thanks, Fabian.
wait till you get into your first ride. You're gonna fall in love.
Yep, that first country race is gonna if you love the way you explain how you love surfing and how freeing it is,
Yeah.
trust and believe, when you do that first country ride, you're gonna be hooked.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's Black Knight Riding School, or that is Girls
Skate Barbados.
Yes, you can be our two-wheel association, or four association. I'm not sure. We'll have to find a name to play on that. Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio today. We're definitely going to send James some snippets with the kids, put that in different parts of the video so that, and with you parents out there, it's limited in terms of being able to travel right now the way we used to. And I think that could be a good thing because it could make us come out of our box with what we do with our kids and really, really get them active. And I, for one, do not regret a day that I've sent the children to do it. And they now look forward. They know that Monday is their skateboard day, and they really, really... My daughter, Fabi, she's surprised me. She wasn't hesitant to do the skateboard per se, but she was still jittery about it, and I'm just really happy with what I've seen with them. So
yeah, but that's the thing, she's overcome her fear, because even going down the hill the other night, she was like, I don't know if I could do it. And it's like I went down with her, held her hand, and she got it done, and then she went again.
And then she's
like,
good.
Yeah.
I think we just need to get her a pink skateboard, and then it's all over with glitter.
Yeah.
So I wish you the best. And of course, if there's any way that the school and your school can collab, that's a done deal.
Yeah.
So and you guys can check her out on IG or all the other. We'll put the contact information as well, so that whoever wants to reach out and get cracking. And I personally have put on my list, my Diary of a Sunflower list of 100 things I want to achieve. I'm just going to have one skateboard lesson with you.
Okay. All right.
I can't promise you. I'm sorry. I can't promise you that I'm going to do a whole course, but I'm going to do one lesson just to give my kids something to laugh at.
I don't think they'll be laughing, though. You'll see.
Nice.
So that's it for us. Life in Red and Black.
Next week. Stay tuned, people.
We out.